So this is Baruch Fleischman here at the Tikkun Elevator Kollel, and today we're still working on the sixth principle of belief of the Jewish people, as according to Maimonides, the holy Moshe ben Maimon, the Rambam. Uh, we're going to take into account the fact that Aryeh Kaplan is a great scholar, did us such a tremendous favor to write these books in English so that it can be available to everyone. Now, our topic here, let's just go over and just see what he said. This was the beginning, and this is the big letter Vav, which is the number six, but it's the sixth principle. That's what we're going at now. It says, Ani Ma'amim, I believe, B'Ramun Shalema, with a complete faith, Shakal Divir Nevi'im Emes, that all of the works of the prophets are true. Now, what he's dealing with here is what exactly is prophecy. So we went through a bit of it. Let's come over here and now pick up the end part. He said a prophet may sometimes predict troubles, saying that an individual will die, that a famine will occur, or the like. In such cases, the fact that his predictions do not come true does not invalidate his status as a prophet. Now, I was thinking that he was saying that one of the first things that you know about a prophet, a true prophet, is that his prophecies, come true. In such cases, we do not say that he failed in his prediction. We know that God is slow to anger, rich in kindness, and regretting evil. It is therefore always possible that the people have repented and been forgiven by God. Now, this is very similar to what you're learning over here in the astrology book from Rabbi Yaakov Cronenberg. So let me read it again. It is therefore always possible that the people have repented, because repentant can change the mazel or change the din and been forgiven by God. This indeed happened in such cases as when Jonah warned Nineveh. It is also possible that God may have suspended their judgment, as in the case of Hezekiah. If a prophet predicts good, however, and it does not come true, in other words, he said something good is going to happen, then we can be certain that he is a false prophet. Let me get this down on the page, right? Then we can be certain that he is a false prophet. Anything good that God decrees is not retracted, even if it is only stated conditionally. So he says that if God predicts that something bad is going to happen to a person, and it doesn't happen, there's a possibility that prayer and repentance, which we also said in Yaakov Cronenberg, he said that tzedakah, he says charity can save a person from death. So that's all possible. But when predicting something good will happen, then there is no going back on that. And if it doesn't happen, then it's obviously that there's something wrong here with the prophet. There was actually only one case where God reversed a good prediction. Before the destruction of the first temple, God promised that the righteous would not be killed together with the wicked. In this one case, God retracted his word, and the righteous were also destroyed. This is explained in detail in the Talmud in tract of Shabbos. The prophet is therefore only tested through a good prediction. We see this in Jeremiah's answer to Hananiah, son of Azur. Jeremiah was prophesying that evil would come, while Hananiah was predicting good. Jeremiah then told Hananiah, if my prediction does not come true, it does not prove me to be a false prophet, since I am predicting evil. But if yours does not come true, it be shown that you are a false prophet, since you are predicting good. We also find, now listen to this, when a prophet predicts peace and his words come true, then it should be known that he is the prophet who is truly sent by God. It's interesting, all these ideas. So if an established prophet testifies that another is a true prophet, we accept the latter without any further test. Thus we see that after Moses testified regarding him, Joshua was accepted by all Israel even before he provided any sign. The same was true for all future generations. Once a prophet is established and his predictions come true time after time, it is forbidden to suspect him or think that his prophecy is not true. As long as he follows the ways of prophecy, it is forbidden to test him unduly. We therefore do not continually test a prophet. The Torah states, "You shall not test the Lord your God as you did at Massah." It was at Massah that the people doubted the prophecy of Moses and asked for a further test, saying, "Is God among us or not?" Once it is determined that an individual is a prophet, we must know and believe that God is among us and not disparage this prophet. We thus find that God told Ezekiel, "When it comes true, and it will come true, I then will know that a prophet has been among them." Now, the code on repentance. It says three on the three on the category of the heretic, which in Hebrew is an epicurus. One who says that prophecy does not exist and that there is no way in which God communicates information to man. This is Baruch Fleischman, and we've been reading excerpts from this book, Ani Maamin, I believe, the 13 principles of faith of Judaism. This is Baruch Fleischman.